Welcome to another episode of Clean Water Champions, a virtual clean water celebration. I'm your host, Brian Fox Ellis, and today we have a special guest, my good friend, Barry Cloyd, singer-songwriter. He asked the question, I believe is a quote from Walt Whitman, can a poem change the world? Can a song change the way you think? Can you write a song that helps you to express your love for clean water and helps inspire others to make a difference?
Hey everybody, Barry Cloyd here, the songwriter guy. You like my hat? Everybody needs a songwriting hat, and this is one of mine. Have you ever wanted to write a song? Do you even know what songwriters do? Now, a songwriter is a person who believes deep down inside that they have a love of music, first of all, and that second of all, they have something to say or sing. Now, when you decide to put your heart and thoughts into a song, you're beginning to create some really powerful homegrown magic. You guys like magic? Well, ponder this. Can a song change hearts and minds? Can a song change the world? Sure it can. So let's turn our thoughts to creating a song about what we humans need most to survive. Clean, clear, fresh water. Have you ever thought about where we would be without it? Did you ever have a goldfish when you were a little kid and that goldfish just disappeared one day and about 3 weeks later you found it behind the couch and it looked like a potato chip? That's what we'd be like. Water is the most important element that any of us deal with. Every living creature needs to have moisture and water. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute, but part of this conversation is how songwriting happens. I look at it like it's a two-part process. The first part's inspiration, where you get an idea for writing a song. There's a lot of ways to do that, but you know what? Today, we don't need that first part because we have the inspiration. As I turn to look out my front window, I see the beautiful Illinois River right down in the valley below. That's been my inspiration for many a song, and it can be yours too. The beautiful river near where you live, or the ocean you've walked by on summer vacation, anything like that. Part of what writing a song is about learning to pay attention. And that's the inspiration part. But we've got that. The second part is called the craft. And the craft is where you take that piece of whatever fell out of the sky into your head and begin to make something out of it. Have you ever walked by that river in your hometown? What did you see? Think about that. What did you hear? What did you smell? You know, there are things that you can pick up once you start learning how to pay attention that you never noticed before. And that's where the beauty of songwriting comes in. So you take those thoughts that fall into your head when you're out walking by the river near your hometown or near the ocean or in your neighborhood woods. I do it all the time. I call it song walking, looking for songs. Now, normally if I were in a classroom doing a songwriting class, I'd have a bunch of folks like you sitting out in front of me, and we'd be able to throw these ideas back and forth. And all of a sudden, you'd start coming up with ideas like the tranquility of a river or the majesty of the ocean, something like that. And we'd be able to take those words, and I'd write them on the board behind me, and pretty soon we'd start pulling out those words, and I'd come up with a melody, or one of you would come up with a melody, and I'd start playing around with chords on the guitar, and before you know it, we had the beginnings of a song. And then we'd continue down that path and try to see where we're going. Somebody once said that writing a song is like driving across country at night, all the way, with only your headlights to guide you. Think about that. You never know where you're going until you get into the song. And by the time you're done, you've created something that you can be proud of. You know, there are lots of ways to make a song tricky and difficult, and there's lots of technical and structural things you can do, talking about rhyme schemes and tempo and timing and things like that. Those are things as you head down this songwriting path that you'll pick up when you need to pick them up. We don't need to go there right now because, frankly, we don't have enough time. But there was a saying that was made popular by some of the country music artists, and it goes like this: the only things you need to write a good song are 3 chords and the truth. And when you start telling the truth in your song about how valuable clean water is to all of us, you literally strike a chord, a resonant chord, in lots of people that you might want to sing for. 3 chords and the truth. That's a simple idea. There's a lot of beauty in a simple song. There's a song that uses only the words that it needs to and nothing more. And that's part of the process as you move along. You'll find what to leave in, what to leave out, and you begin to have a conversation. Now the conversation, if it's with yourself, you'll be finding a melody. And if you're walking along and you get an idea and you start humming, pretty soon you've got your melody. And you can start adding words to it. You start hanging them on that tree and seeing where it goes. So play with these words in your mind. Ask yourself, does this word fit here? Does it fit over here? Is there something better to go in this line? Does it rhyme like it should? These are all questions that you can answer for yourself as you move along through your song. I wish I could just make up one on the spot for you right now, but it would take longer than the time we've got. So as you play with those things in your mind, ask yourself a question. Are you going down the road you want to be going down in this song? Do you need to change anything up? Do you play an instrument? If you don't, start learning. If you do, pull it out. Get out your guitar or your ukulele or sit down at your piano and start messing around with chords. That's the only way songs happen, is when you allow them to be born. So make sure that you also have a pen and paper with you. Because if you have a pen and paper with you, you can write a song like this, a real simple one that was written by myself and the 5th grade students of Riverview Grade School a few years back. It's called River Song. Tranquility, majesty, peace through understanding of that giant old river run through my hometown. Standing on the bank, lost in the distance, imagining the future with the past flowing down. Can you see her in the light of a bright spring morning? Is she hidden in the shadows of a warm October past? Is the moonlight on the water reflecting your passion? What we gonna do to make it last? Go and wrap your loving arms around the heart of that river. Pass along the stories that you've heard for so long. Take a stand for Mother Nature and her hypnotizing waters. Sing that river song. Can you see her in the light of a bright spring morning? As she hidden in the shadows of warm October's past? Is the moonlight on the water reflecting your passion? What we gonna do to make it last? I said, what we gonna do to make it last? So start making that homegrown magic for yourself. Don't leave home without a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil to write down those thoughts, because those thoughts of yours are valuable. Yes, a song can change the world. So make up your own and start singing to tell the world about the beauty and the value of clean water. Thanks a lot. You guys take care.
So, as Barry just said, what do you have to say? What's in your heart and in your mind? Can you write it out as a short poem with an A-B rhyme scheme? Play with the bridge, the chorus, and once you say the words, a melody comes. You could write a song that changes the world. Send us a copy and maybe we'll use it in a future edition of Clean Water Champions, because you could be a clean water champion too.